on lab exam day, this also applies for the lab quiz. If you are an LAP student, you have to email me so I can arrange for you to get started earlier for your time extension. You can't go later because we're gonna go covering the bones right after the lab quiz. So LAP students, you have to start earlier. And for everybody else, on lab exam day, on time is too late. We start showing slides at 1 o'clock. During lab exams, we start rotating at 1 o'clock, which means I open that door, because that one stays locked on lab exam days. Only that one's gonna be unlocked. And I unlock it 5 minutes before 1. You need to be out there 5 minutes before 1, so that you come in, grab an exam form or a quiz form, get your stuff put away, get situated, and then boom, at 1 o'clock, we start with slides. You show up at 1 o'clock, and by the time you got all your stuff put away, you probably missed the first slide. Does this make sense? We start at 1, you have to be out there at 12:55. And this is, again, all part of learning to be disciplined. On exam days, we start on time. I'm going to show slides up on the screen. There are no microscopes. You will get, I don't time this when we do lab exams, it's timed, but for the lab quiz, as soon as I don't see anybody writing anymore, I go to the next slide, okay? If you take too long, the first run through with the slides, then we'll only get a chance to see the slides a second time, and it'll be a little bit more quickly through the slides, okay? If you get done with the first run through in a timely fashion, there might be a handful of slides we can see a third time, but we can't see all of them a third time. Any questions? And then we turn it in, and then we'll get started on lab exam 1 material on the bones, okay? Be sure to keep the content organized, because that's how you can get through the, like, playing 20 questions without taking too much time. So, for example, if I say, what is the name of this tissue? Do you see basement membrane and a free surface?
Yes.
Now you know that you're in tissue type number 1. Now you're going to ask how many cell layers thick is it, and what is the shape of the cells at the free surface? Is this 1 layer or more than 1 layer?
More than 1 layer.
More than 1 layer.
Stress.
What is the shape of the cell at the free surface? They're all flat. This is stratified squamous epithelium. This case, even though you don't have to write it down, this is non-keratinized because there's nuclei all the way up to the free surface. Everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
What tissue is this? Do you see a basement membrane and a free surface?
Yes.
Is it 1 layer or more than 1 layer?
More than
More
one.
than 1 layer. What is the shape of the cells at the free surface?
Columnar. Columnar.
Columnar. Do you have stratified columnar? That's not on page 5. If it looks like stratified columnar, it is pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelium. Big hint is the arrow number 1, which is the cilia. Everybody see that? What tissue is this? Do you see a basement membrane and a free surface?
Yes.
Is it stratified or simple?
Stratified.
Stratified is more than 1 layer. What is the shape of the cell at the free surface?
Cuboidal and
All different.
simple cuboidal. Transitional.
Squamous, cuboidal. Try to find a columnar somewhere. But basically, if you have cuboidal cells at the free surface. We don't have stratified cuboidal. This has to be transitional epithelium. And there are multiple cell shapes at the free surface. What tissue is this? Do you see a basement membrane and a free surface?
No.
Are the cells separated by stub?
Yes.
Does this look like a mishmash of cells with a mishmash of fibers?
Yes.
Loose connective
Loose
tissue.
tissue.
3 words. What tissue is this? Do you see a basement membrane and a free surface?
No.
The cells separated by stuff? No, they're touching. But what do you see?
Thin walls.
Extremely thin walled bubbles. This is adipose
Adipose
tissue.
tissue.
2 words. So this is the exception where the connective tissue cells actually do touch. But they are such thin walled bubbles, you should not ever miss that. What tissue is this? Do you see a basement membrane and a free surface?
No.
Cell separated by stuff?
No.
They're touching. But what do you see?
Very thin walls.
Extremely thin walled bubbles. This is also adipose. Everybody got it? 2 words, adipose tissue. You just get these off the internet. Piece of cake. What tissue is this? Do you see a basement membrane and a free surface?
No.
Do you see cells separated by stub?
Yes. Elastic
Do you
fibers.
see halos around the cells? It's lacunae. Now it's fibers. Do you see black?
Yes.
Elastic cartilage. What tissue is this? Do you see a basement membrane and a free surface?
No.
Are cells separated by stuff?
Yes.
Yes. Do you see halo around the cells?
Yes.
This is also cartilage. Do you
Cartilage.
see fibers or is this in jello?
Jello.
Hyaline cartilage. See that questions come fast if you're organized in your thinking. You are asking different questions, whether it's tissue type number 1, 2, or 3. What tissue is this? Do you see a basement membrane and a free surface?
No.
Are cells separated by stuff or are these stacked tubes?
Stacked tubes.
Stacked tubes. Do you see subtle striations?
Yes.
What's this black line right here?
Intercalated disc.
Intercalated disc, cardiac muscle. It's a cake, huh? What tissue is this? Do you see a basement membrane and a free surface?
No.
Are the cells separated by stuff or are these stacked tubes?
Stacked tubes.
If you're unsure, do you see parallel lines?
Yes.
Do you see parallel lines with nuclei touching?
Yes.
It's gotta be smooth muscle. Those nuclei never touch in dense, regular connective tissue. what is the name of the structure?
White matter.
White matter. We're in the tissue type number 4 because I didn't ask what is the name of the tissue. Okay? All right. What is the name of the layer at number 2? This is big picture.
Item.
If I ask what is the name of the layer, you know I've transitioned on to page 6. That's number 2.
Dermis. Dermis.
It's a big picture. It is the dermis. 1 is epidermis, 2 is dermis, 3 is the adipose hypodermis. Everybody got that? Oh yeah? Let's see if you got it. What is the name of the layer in the blue bracket?
Hypodermis.
That's a half point.
Hypodermis.
That's a no point.
Dermis?
Are there not 2 sublayers of dermis?
Subcutaneous?
Look on page 6. Blue is reticular layer of the dermis. Black is the papillary layer of the dermis. Everybody see the epidermis up on top? The one that is superficial is the papillary layer of the dermis. Also, what I talked about is how a lot of those epidermal derivatives are found in the reticular layer of the dermis. There's a big ass hair follicle with sebaceous glands. That's in the reticular layer of the dermis. Everybody got it? You sure? Because I'm gonna ask more questions. What is the name of the layer I'm pointing at? That is stratum granulosum. It's the dark stained layer in the middle of the epidermis. You gotta see the basement membrane down here. Free surface up there. This is in the middle and it's dark stained. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
What is the name of the layer? This is lucidum. It's slightly clearer here. What is the name of this layer? Stratum spinosum. This is thick skin. What is the name of the layer the blue arrow's pointing at? Blue arrow, stratum granulosum. It's the dark stained layer in the middle of the epidermis, but this is thin skin. All the layers are thinner, but especially stratum corneum, which is the red arrow. Look how much thinner stratum corneum is here versus here. Look how thick stratum corneum is here on thick skin. Question?
On the thin skin, what's stratum lucidum?
What's that?
On the thin skin, what is stratum lucidum?
It does not have stratum. That only has 4 layers. Yeah, there's no stratum lucidum. Okay? is the name of the structure in the blue bracket? It's a tactile corpuscle. You gotta recognize the basement membrane. This is the tip of a dermal papilla. It's oval with horizontal cellular lines. What is the name of the round structure in the middle? Lamellated corpuscle. Looks like a cut onion. What is the name of the structure I'm pointing at? Hair papilla. What is the name of the structure I'm pointing at?
Hair follicle.
Hair follicle. What is the name of the structure I'm pointing at?
Hair root. Hair root.
It is hair root because it's attached to the follicle. Everybody got it?
No, can we do it
Basic.
one more time?
What's that?
Can we do it one more time?
Hair papilla, hair follicle. Since it's connected to the hair itself, this is hair root.
Okay, okay.
Everything in the slides show exactly what came out of my mouth. What is the name of the structure the green arrows are pointing at?
Hair follicle.
Hair follicle. What is the name of the structure the blue arrow is pointing at?
Hair shaft.
That is a sebaceous gland full of cells emptying into the hair follicle. This is kind of pixelated, but oh well. What is the name of the structure I'm pointing at?
Sweat gland.
Sweat gland duct. I went to the free service. What is the name of the structure
Sweat
down
gland.
here?
Sweat gland.
Sweat gland. Which kind of sweat gland is it? This is American sweat gland. Tiny lumen, ducts emptying up to the free surface. What is the name of the structure the black arrow's pointing at? That is an erector pili muscle. Parallel lines, and lots of nuclei inserting on the hair follicle. What is the name of this structure I'm pointing at?
Sebaceous gland.
That's a sebaceous gland. Is this helping at all?
Yes.
These images are on the internet. Now, there's a lot of shitty ones, so you gotta pick out a good one. This is a good one. What is the name of the structure I'm pointing at? Erector pili muscle. What is the name of the structure I'm pointing at?
Sebaceous gland.
Sebaceous gland. What is the name of the structure I'm pointing at?
Hair root.
Hair root. What is the name of the structure I'm pointing at?
Hair shaft.
Hair shaft.
Okay.
What is the name of the structure I'm pointing at? wait, what is the name of the structure I'm pointing at? Hyponychium. What is the name of the structure I'm pointing at?
Hyponychium.
Nail root. What is the name of the structure I'm pointing at? Eponychium. What is the name of the structure I'm pointing at? Nail bed. Drill on it till you know it. Everything is about visual recognition here and spelling. What would be really good is to actually get in a small group and quiz each other with things that you can find on the internet, and then have people not say what it is, but write what it is, so you have practice spelling. Everybody got it? Any questions? Okay, remember, LAP students, definitely email me so I know who's coming early, if anybody. Otherwise, I will see you for lab next week at 12:55.